So fun.
Yeah.
Hi,
Good
Sparkles.
morning, Sparkles.
I'm Gwendolyn.
Morning.
I'm Jeannie.
I'm Fana.
And we have our special guest, Nora, today. Yeah.
Hello.
Extra sparkles in the
Ooh.
house with Nora.
Woo, 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 woo. So exciting. So exciting.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
It's so fun.
welcome.
Love having guests.
Can you feel our energy, Nora?
I was feeling it already, like earlier. I was feeling
Sparkle,
it.
sparkle. So happy to have you here. It's so fun to have extra sparkles
Yeah.
in the house. Let's get started with the present moment meditation. How does that sound? Taking a big deep breath in, taking that beautiful spiral slide down to the heart space where the present moment always is. Taking some deep breaths, just feeling your way. Feeling the presence. Love it.
Yum.
That's the energy I feel right now. It's like, I feel like dancing. So what's sparkling in your world, Nora? What would you like to share with us today?
I'm going to share with you my shirts.
Ooh.
Ooh, what does it say?
Feels good to be home. Oh, I love that. I love the castle.
In your magic kingdom.
Magic kingdom.
Totally.
Disney is my jam.
Oh yeah, actually that's
like
cute.
the fantasy, like the sparkles. I love to just sit and observe people. I'm at Disney, just feeling the vibes of everybody having fun. Yeah,
Ooh,
I'm a kid that will never grow up.
That sounds like a wonderful Sparkles field trip, is to go and bask in the energy of Disney.
Yeah.
And we've had a few episodes talking about Walt Disney and the Magic Kingdom and how connected he was. Oops. Yeah. And there must be Walt Disney bringing the chime.
Right. I know. That was perfect, actually. That just felt like the magic wand going ding, ding. Your creation.
Right? Oh my gosh. He's like, I'm here.
My
We're
daughter
all here.
Was,
like, let's.
I was gonna share that my daughter always been obsessed with Ariel the mermaid, and so all through raising her, she was just obsessed with all Disney. So my whole life in that time frame before she grew up and moved away was just Disney. I got to experience Disney even more so with her. So yeah, like my house, I had a Ariel shower curtain. So, and people come to my house and be like, hey, don't you, you have all this, you could grow up kind of thing. And I'm like, never.
Yeah. No. That innocent excitement of children, the wonder. They're in that innocent wonder of what can it be, Yes. And that's going back to our earlier conversation when right before we started the show, and we were talking about the particles of creation, and one particle of
let me stop sharing
arrangements that we all create, like.
Yeah, Jeannie, your mic has glitched.
He arranged his particles in his magic kingdom where mice talk and dance. Oh, all right. Then I'll let other people talk about
That's what it was perfect. I heard dance.
Beautiful.
And Magic Kingdom. Keep going. Magic Kingdom, dance. Those are.
But Nora,
yeah, I mean, he was the one particle. He created the perfect magic kingdom that he delighted in, and that now we all delight in, because that's how it works. If we're sharing from our pure delight and joy and wonder, all of creation delights and enjoys with us.
Yes.
And
It's
he's
for
the perfect example of that.
He is.
yeah.
He is.
Oh my goodness.
Back in my
I could
young days of another lifetime timeline, I was in business school, and Walt Disney was my master thesis for my business program. Yeah, that's who I chose to study.
Wow.
I
And
was
what did you learn about him in that?
just like Jean just said. I mean, the man had a vision. The man had a vision. He was, once we all know that we are all channeling and we do it consciously, this is when they're bringing through the visions clearly, right? I mean, all of the masters, all of the greats were channeling.
Yeah.
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 Always connecting to source.
I was
Right?
just
They're always
starting
connected to source and the energy, right?
Yep.
I was just starting to write a novel. I was told, they literally told me, the sparkles on the water actually told me, it was so beautiful. They said, literally, all you need to do is lay your fingers on the keys. We will literally do the rest. And what was so interesting is that after a few days of doing this, maybe just a paragraph a day, I just, my consciousness, my mind stepped in and said, but you got to make this into a story. There has to be a story. There has to be something that happens and something that happens. And so I started, and immediately it shut down because it was like, oh, we don't want this to be an autobiography, you know?
Overthinking.
Yeah. And so it just like, who knows what it's going to be when you just see this person's thoughts, just someone's thoughts, running into how they got to be so expanded and what went on and how splendid it is to be there,
Yeah.
That could be it.
This is what I was getting yesterday is I am a stream of consciousness. And if I can have my personality self kind of step back, I'm not sure how to word it, but step back and let the stream of consciousness come through, then like everything will just flow. Everything will just flow.
And
what
the beautiful thing about that is, and it's perfectly designed to delight our personality, but it's literally just having the personality, not directing the show, but being as like the observer or in the audience, delighting in the film that wants to come through us.
And the personality gets to be the child. The personality is like the child watching the movie.
Delighting.
I wake up and it's just like that, because you keep expanding and more into this reality, which is so much fun. But it's like, I'm dancing with freedom. I'm dancing with joy. I'm dancing with love. I'm dancing with like spirit. I'm dancing with like money. I'm dancing with abundance. Like, who am I dancing with? Who am I dancing with today? Woo! And then just waking up with that excitement of like, okay, here I go. Taking my, how much
Which
power
was
is in now, right?
Right. And that's a perfect segue into what you asked me to talk about today. Because you asked me to talk about how malleable our bodies are, and that they're an illusion, they're a projection of our stream of consciousness. Right? So if we're in this physical experience where everything is slowed down and become dense, but if we go back into the 6D where our blueprint exists, our blue body, some call it, the blue body is something that we can dance with and help recreate our bodies in every moment and now, consciously create, I should say. We're constantly doing it, but most people are unconsciously doing it. Right? So if we can consciously create from the 6D in our blueprint of what we are, then we can create our bodies in a way that we choose, of our choosing.
Yeah. It's just like, it's like
No.
pressing a button, like, you know, even seeing everybody else or seeing me, like I see everybody else as this, they're in my happy world too. I'm in my happy world. Like my body is pure magic. I'm youthful, like just all these things that I'm choosing because it's my reality right now in this moment. Everything happens in the now moment. So it's just like, oh, who am I going to play with today? You know, like, you know,
Yeah.
here's the open the door and here it is, right?
Yeah.
Just choosing, right?
Yes. Yes.
And Nora helped me so much. I had this heart episode, and she helped me see that that episode is really a story, a false belief that was like planted deep in my heart, which was that I was doomed. And I let that out. And honestly, now, if my heart feels like it never had a problem, it really feels like that never existed. And I think that that's what you're talking about, Nora, right?
Yes, because you realize that you are not a victim to your
Mm-hmm.
current reality, that you can choose a new reality at any time.
Yeah.
And we are most of the time like unconsciously keeping on the same little increment changes, but that we can make huge leaps, the snap of
Mm-hmm.
our fingers, by knowing that we can. It's simply going from belief to knowing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Oh my
So
gosh, such a
we like to say as humans that seeing is believing. Well, it's opposite. Believing
yes.
is seeing.
Feeling. Feeling
Believing
it in our
is seeing.
imagination,
So if you
right?
change your beliefs and even change them to knowing, as
Yep.
Jeannie was talking about earlier, I can't remember if we were recording or not, you know, that um, we are, you know, we are, oh, I lost the stream of consciousness. We are, um, we are an illusion. You know, our physical body is the, you know, the portion of us that we are projecting out, and we can change our movies at any time we choose, just by knowing that we can. You know, we are not we are not uh, we are not our beliefs.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
fun, eh?
Yeah.
So fun.
And
It
those
just makes you want to celebrate.
and that point that you were talking about, that one point that moves, that one point is moving around so quickly, it appears to be everywhere at once, and we literally are all one thing because we're all one point. It's so crazy that we
Yes.
literally are all one.
Yeah. And literally, like, we are a stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
We are the sparkle. Woo! We're the sparkle in the wand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the conscious awareness of that being part of that all, and that you at any moment, and I love that it's you see what you expect and believe, and it's expanding that awareness. And for me, one of the ways is just reminding myself of that. It's a moment to moment of keeping the awareness of, oh my gosh, nothing, like there's a present moment of now. And as like what Gwendolyn experienced, she's like, it's like I never had that heart problem, because the current embodiment of who you are has a different past, because you're in the present moment of now as that new version of you who never had that problem,
Oh my gosh,
because you have
I have so many
realized it
shivers
was
as you're
all your
saying that.
story.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
And that's what I shared the other day, like when somebody was bringing forward a past incident, and I was like, okay, that I'm sure that sounds like you know, something I experienced and something that was real and all that stuff, but I can't place it because I had already stepped into a version where everything changed, that all the past. And that's why it's like, stay present to the now, because as you bring up the old stories of the past, they're now in the present with you, and you're reliving them.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
why it feels like, it's like, why does it feel like I'm stuck, or why does it feel like nothing's changing? because we keep bringing the past into the
Yes.
now
Keep
moment.
recreating.
Yes, and Nora's saying you can drop all of that.
Yes. I was getting in the shower, like, okay, we can choose to be masochistic and keep recreating the same stories that don't feel good. Like, it's a form of masochism, is it not? I mean, and why would you do that to yourselves, Master?
Yeah. That's the suffering, right? That we don't have to do. That's we can choose right now to just, we're already whole, right? We're already everything we need to be. We are creation. We're creating, right?
Ryan said something about on the show recently, his show, that we if we do have a memory of something in the past, we have reverence. We give that thing reverence for bringing us here. You know? That's such a better way to see it.
Yeah.
Well, looks like it's
you
time
can
for us
thank
to
the
go.
old versions of you that got you here, and then also show appreciation and gratitude for the future version of you that's living the beginning. Like, I'm in the beginning of my magic kingdom, and then the future version of Jeannie is living an even a more expanded version of the magic kingdom that I'm not even aware of yet, because it's so magical beyond my contemplation right now.
And so if we take it one step further, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that your shirt that you're wearing with the castle, like when you think magical kingdom, and I was thinking as us all playing, creating in this, like you're like Disneyland, like we can create it right here and now. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to hear that point, Nora.
Yeah, so the point is like,
Nora,
okay, we're not totally even recreating our body. We're actually moving our consciousness to a new body that already exists.
That's it.
Because everything exists here and now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here and now.
Upgrades.
So we're just taking it one step further, even in our consciousness, that, hey, I'm not recreating or trying to reform this body, you know, push it and shove it around. I'm simply going to move my consciousness to a new reality, a new body that already exists.
Sounds like we have a lot.
So big. It's so wonderful.
Sounds like we have a lot left to discuss on our next show.
Thank you, Nora.
Thank you, Nora.
Thank you for inviting me.
You shine so bright, you sparkle, you shine so bright, you sparkle, 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 sparkle.
Magic Kingdom Princess Play.
Ooh, yes, definitely.
Hi, Sparkle Girls.